Death Stranding was released in 2019 and was developed by Kojima Productions and published by Sony. It is now, of course, available on PlayStation 4 and 5, PC, and Xbox Series, whatever series you want to play. The game stars Norman Reedus amongst a plethora of other cool actors, and yes, Troy Baker is also in this game because Troy Baker is in every game known to man. But I'm not here to explain the story of Death Stranding to you. I don't think I have the time and or patience to do that. It's just incredibly interesting. Now, in terms of gameplay, Death Stranding is not a walking simulator. A lot of people call it that because they either A, played the very beginning of the game and just didn't like it and bailed out, which is absolutely fine. But if you actually played this game through to completion, it's an experience, and it's not just walking from point A to point B. Yes, you do that. I'm not going to blindly defend the game and claim that, no, you don't. You are a porter. You deliver things. People, items, objects, medicine, whatever it is, you take it from point A to point B. There are enemies in between. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes there are enemies in between, like the BTs, which are these ghostly things that you can only really see with your bridge baby. I'm not going to explain what that is. It's just a baby that is connected to the living world and the dead world and can help you see the BTs, and if they touch you and you don't shake them off, they'll drag you to a boss fight, which you can run away from. You don't have to fight it, but it'll ruin your stuff and drop your gear, and you have to go back for it, and it causes all kinds of grief. And later on in the game, you do get this knife where you can go up to a BT's umbilical cord, stay with me, and you can cut it so that you effectively kill it. There's a lot of really cool ideas in this game, like with the rain time fall and time snow, which will degrade anything it touches rapidly. So if a human steps out in it, they'll just rapidly age and grow old and die like pretty fast. Anything metallic or whatnot, it'll rust over time. There's a lot of really awesome ideas. Of course, a lot of the movement that Sam Porter, yes, he's a porter and his name's Porter. There's a lot of gameplay that it feels similar to Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, and I think Konami should have let Kojima finish The Phantom Pain, because that's, again, a phenomenal game. But I'm glad that Kojima now has his own studio and that he is bringing his vision to life, because if you let someone with a vision just do their thing, you wind up with games like Death Stranding. And it's a damn good game and very addictive. The addiction comes from getting from point A to point B, finding the best way, using ladders, using ropes, using vehicles. How you approach a situation is entirely up to you. Of course, other players over the internet can help you build roads and help you build zip lines and jumps and put down safe houses and recharge stations and timefall shelters, and there's so much that you can do. There's so much to unlock in this game. Yes, you get weapons of lethal and non-lethal as well. You can get grenades, which, yes, are utilized using his pee and poop, but apparently that is effective against the BTs for some reason. For story reasons, there's a specific reason why Sam is special in that way. Also, interestingly, again, I won't go into it, you must play the game, or if you want to watch a spoiler video on YouTube, go ahead, but Sam can't die. When he dies, he just returns back to life again. It's just, the game is weird, straight up weird, and there are sections where you go back in time to like World War One, then World War Two, and then Vietnam, where you fight Mads Mikkelsen for reasons. I don't want to. It's just really cool, and it is awesome. There are big ass boss fights. There are human enemies that they're called mules that will try and steal your stuff and kill you, and you can fight them. You can also take them down stealth style if you drop, because they use this scanner. But if you are carrying no equipment, they don't know where you are, obviously, unless they see you. So you can sneak in and actually steal stuff from them, kind of like a high risk, high reward situation. So the stealth really does work. You have to utilize your body weight by holding the left and right triggers to shift your weight and not try and trip and damage the goods. It's really interesting, and to call it just a walking simulator does it a massive disservice, because it is so much more. The gameplay footage I'm showing you, I'm in chapter 6. I've not got the bridge baby at the minute, and I just thought I want to capture some footage and talk about it, because I keep seeing some people online go, oh, it's just a walking simulator. It's like, well, you do walk in it. You walk in a lot of games, so, but it's everything else you do in the game. The open world map is absolutely huge, and there are a couple of them, about 2 or 3 of them, and they're massive, and with different environments and different, like, snow, rivers, because obviously you can build a bridge or whatnot to get over it. There's mountainous regions, there's rocky regions. That it's just got a lot in it, and it's very, very addictive to play. Seriously. Is very, very good. It's a very damn good game and an experience. Of course, does not mean it's for everybody. It might not be for you. It's definitely for me. I'm a Kojima fan. I love the Metal Gear games that he did, and I'm very excited for Death Stranding 2, which is coming in 2025. I'm very excited for that, to see where the story goes. But and there also there's a couple of books as well on the first Death Stranding, but actually, like, not like the game's been novelized. So you can always check that out if you don't want to play the game. But it's just a really cool world, really cool story, and a very unique IP that I'm hopeful that we get 3 games in the series to have like a solid trilogy. And it's also, I'd like to point out, a very well-made game as well. And it's going to be, because it's Kojima that made it. It's a very well-made game, and just... there's a lot of detail, and the graphics are great, and Norman Reedus does an amazing job in the game. Yes, he is, in a way, very Daryl Dixon-y, like he usually is, but that's just Norman Reedus' charm, isn't it? But please let me know in the comments down below what you think of Death Stranding, and as always, thank you very much for watching.